The very term open sesame is quite vivid, isn't it? It's not just a magical phrase, it actually refers to a remarkable natural phenomenon.
That's exactly right. Many don't realize that open sesame originates from an explosive agricultural event. The sesame plant has pods filled with tiny seeds. Triggered by the sun's heat, these pods mature and burst open at speeds of 30 kilometers per hour, ejecting seeds several feet away. This rapid dispersal and quick germination, leading to multiplication, is what Ramakant calls the Open Sesame Moment and the Open Sesame Way.
So it's a metaphor for a financial breakthrough, a sudden, powerful transformation. The text describes the sesame plant as self-sustaining and resilient, growing even at the edge of the desert where other crops fail. It suggests this resilience can be a model for our finances, offering hope to grow out of what it calls the desert of debt, doubt, and depression. This resonates deeply, particularly for anyone feeling trapped in what the author describes as the no-money cycle.
The no-money cycle is a repeated pattern of financial struggle where people feel trapped by a lack of resources, often living paycheck to paycheck with money disappearing as quickly as it arrives. Ramakant identifies 4 key symptoms. First, a feeling of helplessness, a pervasive focus on what one lacks, rather than recognizing existing skills, time, and relationships. This outlook blinds people to potential advancements or income opportunities.
I can see how that deficit mindset could be immobilizing. What are the other symptoms that keep people locked into this cycle?
The second symptom is being reactive rather than proactive. Instead of planning where money should go, individuals are constantly overrun by bills, with little room for purposeful financial strategy. Third is relying on a single source of income, which leaves people vulnerable to financial emergencies. And fourth, limited financial literacy, which often leads to overspending on non-essential items, accumulating debt by confusing wants and needs.
It sounds like a truly vicious loop. One common fantasy for breaking this loop, often highlighted in popular culture, is winning the lottery. Ramakant tackles this directly, calling it the lottery trap. Many dream of escaping poverty with a jackpot, but he argues this isn't a real solution. Why is that?
Ramakant makes it abundantly clear that winning the lottery rarely erases bad financial habits. If someone overspends or avoids planning, those patterns simply continue on a larger, more expensive scale. He points out the brutal odds and gives 12 reasons why lottery wins often lead to financial ruin. These include a lack of financial literacy, overconfidence, sudden lifestyle inflation, poor investment choices, and immense pressure from friends and family for loans or gifts.
And the tax implications must be significant, not to mention new insurance and maintenance costs for luxury items, plus the potential for addiction, impulsive spending, and neglecting professional guidance. So it's not just a windfall. It's a test of financial discipline that most people haven't cultivated. Beyond the lottery, what are some of the other widespread reasons people struggle?
The book lists 10 common reasons, such as a lack of financial knowledge, spending beyond means, accumulating high levels of debt, and failing to save. It also outlines 10 financial traps to avoid, like borrowing money blindly or relying too much on credit cards. And finally, 10 bad money habits, like saving after spending, buying liabilities instead of assets, and prioritizing looking rich over building actual wealth. These are the patterns that keep people stuck.
That's a comprehensive overview of the pitfalls, but the core message of the book is about how to make money without money, which implies a solution. This leads us to the open mindset, where open is an acronym. How does Ramakant define this mindset?
The open mindset is crucial for navigating these challenges. O stands for opportunity. You must see and open your own opportunities rather than waiting for them. P is for plan. You need to plan in waves, meaning flexible and adaptable strategies rather than rigid ones, because reality behaves in waves. E represents enthusiasm, a driving force that pulls people in and fuels perseverance. And N is for network, cultivating connections that become valuable assets, turning contacts into contracts by helping others achieve their goals first.
The author suggests that the most important factor to make money is you, and that we live in an era of no excuse. He says there's never been an easier time to create wealth. That feels like a bold claim given the economic challenges many face. How does he justify it?
He argues that this era of no excuse is due to democratized access to knowledge. We have more information at our fingertips than any previous generation. Think about free online courses, cloud computing, mobile technology, and generative AI tools like ChatGPT.
These technologies dramatically reduce marginal costs for starting businesses, learning new skills, and collaborating globally. Creativity is unleashed, no longer constrained by technical skills. It means that opportunities are abundant for those willing to seek them and act, because learning is the leap to earning.
So the resources are there if we're willing to engage with them. He also talks about the evolution from the information age to the influencer age, and now what he calls the blended age. What defines this newest era, and how does it create opportunities?
The blended age is characterized by the fusion of once disparate fields, technologies, and ideas, sparking radical innovation. While the information age was about accessing knowledge, and the influencer age about leveraging attention and personalization, the blended age thrives on these fusions. Ramakan identifies 8 key blends, such as human-robot collaboration, biotech, blended learning and working, blended identity, and blended reality.
So innovation isn't just about specializing anymore, but about how different disciplines intersect and create new possibilities. He then pushes this no excuse idea further by listing common excuses people make. But there's one he deliberately skips at first. Excuse number 4.
Yes, it's quite a powerful reveal. After listing common excuses like I don't have enough time or I need more education, he reveals excuse number 4 is unforgiveness. He describes it as one of the most dangerous and crippling excuses, a four-eyed blind spot. He argues that holding on to unforgiveness clenches pain, keeping us in a caged, closed mindset, in preventing us from embracing new opportunities and growth.
That's a surprising yet profound connection to making money. It ties into mental and emotional blocks more than traditional financial advice. Moving to the idea of plenty out of empty, he shares a personal anecdote about being broke and giving his girlfriend a mango with a clever note, which she treasured more than expensive gifts. This seems to set up his metaphor of the empty glass.
It does. He uses the story to emphasize initiative, innovation, and inventiveness. He then asks, how full is an empty glass? The point is, an empty glass isn't truly empty. It's full of air. He uses this to illustrate that being without money doesn't mean you have nothing to start with. It's a vessel full of potential, opportunity, and purpose. It's a call to trust the process of emptying and refilling to receive what's needed for the next season.
So it's about perspective, seeing potential where others see lack. And Ramakan goes further, arguing that having no money places you at a distinct advantage over others. How does he support this seemingly counterintuitive claim?
He states that 85% of millionaires and billionaires are first-generation wealth. Not having money compels people to think outside the box, find innovative solutions, and maximize existing resources. This builds critical skills like negotiation and spotting opportunities. He calls scarcity the most powerful motivator for success, citing examples like Sam Walton of Walmart, Oprah Winfrey, the founders of Starbucks, WhatsApp, Forever 21, and Virgin. These entrepreneurs leveraged ingenuity, grit, and resilience, not initial capital.
The argument is that these early struggles cultivate perseverance and a deep understanding of value, which is more sustainable than inherited wealth. So it's not about seeking money directly, but about starting within and focusing on ideas. He says, money chases ideas. How does one cultivate those ideas effectively?
He advises focusing on solving meaningful problems for people who truly value the solution, creating effective demand. He also stresses the importance of infectious enthusiasm, a genuine passion that attracts collaborators and supporters. Finally, cultivating an expansive network is crucial. Money doesn't come from solving problems for one person, but for a community or market, demonstrating scalability. By acting on ideas with effective demand, enthusiasm, and a network, one can win from the inside and work a way out.
This leads us to the 10 Sesame Cs, virtues for making money without money. He lists them as contentment, conserve, care, creative, cultivate, control, consult, cooperate, consistent, and character. He highlights contentment as the most important, noting that contentment is not needing to impress anyone. This ties back into a dangerous enemy C he identifies.
Yes, that enemy C is comparison. Ramakan warns that constantly comparing ourselves to others, whether friends, family, or people online, is the enemy of the 10 Sesame Cs. It kills joy, fosters dissatisfaction, and undermines self-worth. He shares a poignant poem and a story about a rich dad and his son visiting a village, where the son realizes the poor family actually has more true wealth in terms of relationships and experiences, like having 4 dogs to their 1 or rivers to their pool.
That story really shifts perspective, making the point that true wealth has nothing to do with money. It reevaluates our definition of richness. In Chapter 2, the author introduces the Open Sesame Treasure Map. He opens with another story, The Fisherman and a Rich Man. What's the core message of that story?
The rich man finds a fisherman content with just catching enough fish for his family and enjoying the sea. The rich man then lays out an elaborate plan for the fisherman to get a degree, work hard, buy luxury items, invest, and eventually buy a yacht to enjoy the sea and go fishing. The fisherman's calm reply is, "Sir, that's what I'm doing right now. Why would I need to do all to enjoy what I have now? I am happy and fulfilled." The message is simple. You don't have to be rich to be happy and fulfilled.
It's a powerful reminder that happiness is often tied to intrinsic values, not material accumulation. Bob Marley's quote, "If it takes money to be happy, your search for happiness will never end," reinforces this. Ramakant also shares a story called The Forgotten Keys to be Rich, where a rich man dies locked in his underground vault of gold, having forgotten the keys to his own freedom. This illustrates that having treasure is useless without the keys to access and enjoy it.
Exactly. The keys are metaphorical: wisdom, good health, strong relationships, and the ability to appreciate what you have. Without these, even immense wealth can't bring fulfillment or happiness. The Open Sesame Treasure Map serves as a blueprint, a labyrinth designed to help us find and keep these keys. Each of the 4 open pathways, opportunity, plan, enthusiasm, network, has locks representing obstacles and keys representing solutions. It's not a maze to escape, but a labyrinth to guide you to the center, to figure yourself out.
So the treasure isn't just money, it's what he calls wafflement, the harmonious pursuit of wealth and fulfillment. The labyrinth shape encourages contemplation, showing that wrong paths can still lead to right places, and mistakes are part of the learning journey. It helps cultivate an open mindset by planting the 10 Sesame Cs to achieve plenty out of empty and overcome the no money cycle and lottery trap. The message is clear. Start within, leverage acute abundance, and embrace scarcity as a motivator.
That's a precise summary. Ramakant concludes that true treasures in life are good health, relationships, and meaningful experiences, not material wealth alone. The Open Sesame Treasure Map helps us unlock these, ensuring we have the keys to what we truly treasure most, guiding us to do more and cultivate an open mindset to make money without money.
This discussion has been incredibly insightful, reminding us that wealth creation starts with a shift in mindset and a deep understanding of our intrinsic values. E.G. Ramakant's book, How to Make Money Without Money, truly offers a fresh perspective. If you found this episode valuable, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from these ideas.